process of bleaching Justin's hair. We're not done. We have another round of bleaching to go. We did. Yeah.
Oh my God, Liz is here.
You know what's funny though?
Formerly known as Tyler Swift.
Oh my God! Hello. I gotta say though, the orange hat kind of makes the hair look.
I have to say that the orange hat and the glasses are the only way I like it right now. With a black hat, I just look.
Was it too much?
Sickly. I don't know.
I'm sure you don't look sickly, but.
Man.
But.
By the way, let us know how the audio is, because there's a new mic down here.
We do have a lot of purple shampoo, thank God, but I don't think it's gonna be enough for that. We gotta do another round, like we just do.
So as people who have been here a while know, I'm like obsessed. We have no sound.
We have no sound.
Audio is low.
Oh my God, Adam! Adam! Hi! Should we switch back to the other mic?
I can turn the gain up.
I don't know what that means, but...
All right, is it louder? That's good? That's good. Okay.
Audio is good. Thank you. Oh my God, Adam, like, where have you been? What the hell?
So I'm trying...
I almost, like, forgot about you, and now you're back, and, like, my heart is warm again. Work?
My left headphone.
What? It's not loud enough. What? Same camera, Thorgal. New hair. We're in the process of bleaching Justin's hair. This was round 1. We gotta do round 2 in a couple days. I wish I could just do it today, but I don't want his hair to, like, disintegrate.
Wait, so everybody only has it coming out one side of their headphones?
That's weird. Hence the hat.
What the hell would cause that?
Can we, like, flip back to the other mic so we don't have to worry about this? On camera. That's so weird. I didn't even think that you could, on your end, do something that would affect a viewer only hearing it in one side of their speaker. Like, input may be set up to mono instead of stereo. A couple people have said that. Push the cable.
All right, check.
Turn off this sterling audio.
Well, now I'm on the old mic.
All right, well, using the new mic failed. Can we get this thing out of my way? Whoa!
The mic could be broken. So this is like a real like microphone for voice recording. I tried to set it up because I have an audio input on my desk, and I figured if I can plug a mic into the audio input, then I don't have to waste a USB cable running all behind my computer. But maybe it's not working. I'll have to do more tests.
Maybe not. Hi, happy Sunday, everybody. Sorry about the audio issue. I said it like 8 times, but blonde hair, we're halfway through the bleaching. This is step 1. It looks a little orange, but we're working on it. We're gonna bleach it again. Yeah. He really wanted to look like Kurt Cobain, so we're on the way. It is Sunday, unless you're like, is anybody in Monday yet? Like, is Australia in Monday? Yeah.
Don't be rude to our time travelers.
I'm not. Tell me how the future is.
Yeah, is it better?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if they're on Monday yet. Okay, you're doing good. Normal temperatures. That's normal.
I'm 0.7 degrees warmer than you.
It's fine. We're good.
Oh, I'm back down now. We're good. It was just a temporary spike. I don't have COVID.
Thorgal says you're on your way to a new nickname. Dutch. Is it
that-
because of the blonde?
Is that because I look Scandinavian? I don't know.
4 a.m. in Korea. So it is Monday. It is Monday over there.
Wait, Too Mad, are you in Korea?
No, I was just asking.
Oh, I was gonna say, because like, it's interesting to me that someone, I mean, I think this is pretty common, right? But if you say Korea, just generally speaking, you mean South Korea, because if you were to reference North Korea, you would always call it North Korea.
You also wouldn't be using the internets.
True.
You can't communicate with us if you're in North Korea. No, apparently the Netherlands' national color is orange, which of course we didn't know because we're American.
So the plan was the dye it blonde.
We know that Dutch means Netherlands. Hold on, we know that part. We know that much, thank God. But
I was gonna dye it blonde for a while and then dye it like purple and then cut it all off. But if it ends up being like really like this, I'll just dye it purple faster.
it feels.
Oh, I did say
right.
Scandinavia. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, he did. Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It does feel dry already, and it's only been one round of bleach, so we'll see.
I'll just dye it black. It'll be fun.
This is the first I'm hearing of this. Wait, really?
Why not?
If we dye your hair black, can we dye your eyebrows to match it? Because
No.
right, they're so blonde right now. You can barely see your eyebrows because they're so blonde.
Oh.
We have to like match it.
Mm-hmm. So welcome to Justin's hair podcast. Anybody else have questions about my hair? Oh, Too Mad's in Florida. Might as well be in Korea. I'm just kidding. She's from Florida.
I'm from the Fort Lauderdale area.
Yeah, it's I love making fun of Florida just because I'm from Indiana and it's like everything sucks. But Florida's actually really cool, but then commonly everything sucks at the same time. It's like, you know, we bond over coming from areas where
So when we watch TV, like in the United States, they usually make fun of either one of two states. No, they make fun of New Jersey a lot too. But it's always like when they're really trying to like reach the bottom of the barrel jokes, they make fun of Florida or Indiana. So
or Arizona.
We're always looking at each other and going, ha ha, your team.
Yeah.
Every time.
My neighbor was just telling me a story that he drove from Pennsylvania to St. Louis, Missouri, and he planned everything out to the minute until they crossed the Ohio into Indiana border, and he yelled, "Oh, fuck." And he realized that he completely forgot Indiana was a state, so they didn't plan for it at all. So they added 4 hours to their trip.
Forgot that it existed. We have a couple of Hoosiers here. John Cutesack is also from Indiana. And Lilac Slayer also lives in Indiana. Or lived. I don't know what you're up to. From Indiana. So, you guys are everywhere, honestly. A lot of people go to Florida for vacations. It's like how Florida makes its money. Ooh. What's up?
Do you just get, like, turned on because someone's Brazilian?
I'm like, hey, what's up, Brazil?
I feel like that's, like...
Florida can have cooler guns than California. I think there's, like, one type of AR that we don't allow.
Yeah, there's, like, a weird... I always wonder about, I don't even know how to call it, like, positive racism. So, like, I could tell when you said when you said I'm Brazilian, my wife just imagined you being either a really hot dude or a really hot woman. And, like... That's, I guess it's the equivalent of saying like, oh yeah, like Asian people are really smart. Like that's still racist, but it's interesting because it's a compliment, but then it puts a unhealthy like, what do you call it? Like norm.
Not everybody looks like Giselle.
Yeah, so like if someone's not a supermodel and they're Brazilian or someone's not good at math and they're Asian, then all of a sudden they feel extra bad about themselves, which is why it's something that we shouldn't do. But it's always interesting because.
But yeah, sorry, I got your username confused with a different person who's not here anymore.
It's just easy. It's easy to think. Yeah, it's easy to think like, oh, I'm not being racist. I'm complimenting them, but like it's still bad. I don't know. It's an interesting concept. It is still bad, to be clear. But
would it make it worse if I say that I'm from Rio? No, because I don't even know the implication of that.
I've been to Brazil. They all look like Giselle.
There's some good-looking people. If you had to generalize.
Man,
speaking
of good-looking people in positive racism, for any of the Europeans out there, traditionally,
hi, Michael.
I grew up being told as an American that Swedish people were the most beautiful people in the world.
Who told you that?
Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. So
you
my
just
question
inferred that on your own, or
yes, but so my question though is like, do you feel that that's true? Is it Scandinavians in general? Are traditionally are Brazilians? I mean,
so okay, wait. So in the 80s, I definitely think that they're going to show you some more white people in the United States and be like, yo, Scandinavian and Swedish people, like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then, like, times have changed, and...
we're just like... See, that's what I'm saying, Slayer. Like, you know, if you put this... There's all kinds of... I don't know. There's all kinds of, like, positive racism against... I mean, even white people have it as, like... I mean, it's mostly true for white people, but, like... If you just assume that, like, every white man is, like, tall and got his shit together and, like, successful and rich, you know,
that's
like...
That's not true.
Right, it's not true, but, like, a lot of people feel that the white privilege, like, extends 100% to everybody.
What do people think about Brazilians, aside from that they're all really attractive? What's the common stereotypes? I honestly don't even know.
Do we have any cats?
No, they've forsaken us today.
There's a dog, though.
The dog is there as usual, but...
And thank you for the follow.
Oh, yes, thank
Tribe
you.
Wizrat. Tribe Wizrat.
Please don't hurt yourself.
I hope you followed because of my glorious new orange hair.
I can't with this hoodie anymore.
Oh, man.
It's too warm.
Just to be clear for anyone who came in halfway through my little rant, I'm saying that all racism is bad, even if it has positive connotations. It's just an interesting concept to think, because you can understand why a lot of people think they're being complimentary when they say something nice about a race as a whole, but
or a country,
as a whole, but it still has negative connotation on the people. Yeah.
Okay. They think we're all black.
And women here are nude on the street, and we have tigers, monkeys, and other wild... Wow! Oh, man.
I've never heard... I'm not discounting what you're saying, but I've never heard in the United States people think that Brazilians are all black. So that's a new one. I've never heard that. Yeah, Flana. This is part 1. We gotta keep bleaching it.
And when you don't leave your house, you got to do something to keep yourself entertained. In other news, we've run out of Netflix. We've watched everything, being stuck in our house for a year. So I stopped saying racism. I started saying xenophobia because it's cooler.
It reminds me of aliens.
Fair enough. So I ordered an open box Ultra HD Blu-ray player from Best Buy.
I can't believe
this.
And
it came the next day. I was like, that's pretty cool. And it was like $126.
I can't believe we have a Blu-ray player. Who does that
There are 2 reasons. One, I bought Back to the Future, my favorite movie, on Ultra HD. And turns out it won't play in a PlayStation because Ultra HD is like special with HDR. So you have to have a special Blu-ray player or a PlayStation 5, which obviously I don't have. So I ordered it. And one of my other favorite things in the world is Tales from the Crypt. Fun fact, Tales from the Crypt, even though it was created, the TV show, by HBO, is not, and to my knowledge, has never been on HBO Max streaming services due to licensing issues. So the only way to watch Tales from the Crypt, which I would like to do with my wife, is on DVD, which I own. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll get a Blu-ray player. And I got the alert while I was playing guitar. It said it was delivered. So I go outside, no box. I go downstairs, no box. I check all my neighbors, no box. I go to the email, I look at it, the photo, it looks like my neighbor. So I go over to my neighbor's apartment complex and steal it off their porch, which makes me look like a criminal.
I mean, you're not stealing
right.
it.
But I got it. So I open it up, open box, take it out, and the tray lid just falls off. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever.
What a
I don't
great
care.
first
as
step.
long as it plays DVDs. That's all I care about. And I shake it and it rattles a little bit. And then
I don't think it was a little bit.
And then I plug it in and I push the button and nothing happens. So I try a different outlet, push the button, nothing happens. So I think it was thrown, maybe punched, taken apart and put rocks inside and put back together and then put in the box. And the best part is the sticker said inspected. So somebody at Best Buy said, yeah, we can sell this again. It was like, oh.
It was loud. Like, when you shook it, it was really
it was crazy.
loud.
So I actually had to go to a Best Buy with mask and gloves and hand sanitizer.
I wore my N95.
And I exchanged it for a new one. And
first time I'd been in a Best Buy in for freaking ever.
But how shitty is that? A company will inspect something and ship it to you. Like, I mean, if that's not an argument for raising the minimum wage, I don't know what is. Pay people to care. First world problems. I don't know if it's still first world problems when you're talking about it in the middle of a pandemic. It just
still first world problems. My DVD player doesn't work. Oh,
is it though? Isn't a DVD second world at least at this point? Everyone else is on
this many years.
Yeah, everyone else is on streaming.
I don't know. I guess. But yeah, we are first world, so yeah.
But I do.
Oh my god, our DVD player didn't work.
I do highly recommend, if you can still find them. I think Amazon has them. Picking up the Tales from the Crypt DVDs or get them online. I fully support piracy if the company can't get their shit together and figure out how to license their product.
Good time to take a sip of coffee.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it. Like, I do believe that people deserve to get paid for their work. I think you should buy your movies, you should buy your music, pay for Spotify. I don't support piracy as a whole. But the other day I tried to watch a movie and we got all excited. We got the popcorn, we got the drinks, we sat down. I went online to rent it on my Google TV, which has every streaming platform that I pay for. And it was not available on any of them. And I was going to rent it. I was going to pay to rent it. Not available. Only to purchase. And if your only option is for me to buy a movie I'm going to watch once digitally for $15 to $20, no. Get your shit together. Hollywood. That's a first world problem.
Hollywood. It's not Hollywood's problem.
I have to go hunting in the morning to feed the family. Do you really?
For deer? Get your shit together. Get it all together.
Put it in a box. Pirating dogma isn't bad karma.
All right. Do you remember Doomtrooper? Did you not have 12 children?
I think I saw a picture of you in like a nuclear reactor or something. I don't remember what you do for a living, but it looked like a nuclear reactor.
You look smart.
Sounds like a job. But maybe you're in a communist country and
maybe
they pay you.
Maybe he's just touring the facility.
No, he had boots on. I saw his boots.
Oh, well, if he had boots on.
Do you have the Blu-ray of the Doomtrooper movie? I do. Max and I have never watched it.
I've never seen it.
I have never watched it. At this point, it's been kind of like a joke. I want to watch it on Twitch. And fun fact, legally, Secret Cow Level's license seems to apply to all Mutant Chronicles intellectual property. So legally, and I verify with Fred, I can watch Mutant Chronicles on Twitch.
But how do we tell the Twitch gods
that? That's the biggest problem, is I have to figure out how to tell Twitch, look, I'm going to play a DVD, but it's okay, I have the rights.
Like how? Yeah, I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. We should do it anyways and take this hit. We won't get in trouble one time, or...
Yeah, but they'll shut us down or something.
Maybe. Necromutants! Noise!
Remember Doomtrooper?
Oh my god, so it's the last day of February. So last day to level up and get your season rewards for February, which are Cybertronic. He is highlighting the brain. There's the card back. There's the even better card back on the right. Or not better, but they're harder to get. The blue stuff's harder to get than the green ones for Cybertronic. Oh, hi, Effie. It's our cat.
Oh, no,
he always makes sad meows.
Yeah, cats learn to talk like babies so that the humans pay attention.
So, and then right next to the two Cybertronics are March's card back rewards. Boom. Boom. Yep. Avatars. There we go. Look at that.
America.
Yeah. Cool. So that's what's coming up. Ooh. I did not see this person follow. Thank you for following.
Tijuana. So I'm working on pushing the update this week, which will add augments to the Eradicator Death Droid.
What?
I'm not 100% sure how his stats are going to be, so they might be a little in flux and need some feedback, but that will be fun. Mitch Hunter.
Good old Mitch.
Is one of the he is the least played personality in all of Doomtrooper.
Poor Mitch.
Which is sad because Capital is so popular.
Why don't you guys like Mitch?
So, Mitch Hunter, I believe it came from Tomek, is getting the ability where for 1 action and 3 destiny, he can attach an equipment from your discard pile straight to himself.
You mean that was Tomek's idea?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Thanks,
to
Tomek.
play off of that, Captain is getting redesigned for that you gain 1 destiny point for every blade or firearm you have in your discard pile. Oh, Tomek is here. Good. Thought he was.
He been here.
So basically, if you have, we want Capital to use big guns.
This guy looks like an ass.
That's like, yeah, he does.
He looks like somebody that I would not want to hang out with
So
those glasses.
we changed mission statement a little bit to be a little more spending destiny, which is kind of another theme. Like, I really like.
You mean it would cost more destiny?
No, it costs destiny to use now.
Got it. Okay.
I really like where Tomek's head is at, because when he helped with these ideas, he remembered that we want each of the factions to be like a theme. So Capital's theme for the base set should be guns and money, like, because they're capitalists, right? So they're going to spend money to get more powerful. So that's why mission statement has a destiny cost. And then, Mitch Hunter, you spend destiny to bring equipment back, and Captain, you gain destiny for the equipment that you leave there. So there's this cool synergy, having lots of guns, getting them into your discard pile, earning destiny off of those, then spending destiny to bring it back up to your Mitch Hunter, which is kind of cool. Also, I was interested in changing Vince Diamond's stats a little bit, but actually the community seemed to veto that, so we might not be changing Vince today. And then I'm working on an update for Nicodemus, because he's also not played very much. So at least his stats coming up, his ability is still kind of in flux. But we want to make sure that the ultra rare personalities are fun to play. And then, let's see. So monetary discrepancy is interesting. The theme is kind of equipment this time.
Look at that non-card art right there.
I gotta find art for it. But you play during your turn and you play 6 destiny. Your opponent may not play attachment or support cards during his or her next turn. So it prevents your opponent from using attachments or support cards. Not sure how powerful that'll be, but it might have some good strategies. So we're gonna see. And on the same theme, Weapons Manifest. It's changed a little bit, but it's basically equipment that leaves play from the game, your side of the board, is returned to your hand. So I'm not sure that it'll finalize because it kind of fucks up the other strategy, but Mitch can bring stuff back from the discard to himself. Captain earns destiny on stuff in discard, and this will prevent things from going to your discard and go back to your hand. So it's a lot of different options of how equipment can be more useful. And then more art I need.
Damn, look at that.
This one I'm not certain about, but the way it's going to work in digital is you discard 1 card, draw 2 random cards from your discard pile. So we're getting a lot of cards that are doing discard manipulation, like What Is I Bidding and Future Gift of Fate. So that one might not last very long in its current state, but that's how it'll work for now. is you play it, you choose one card you want to discard. You draw 2, and then that card is discarded in its place. So you can't draw the one you just discarded. And lastly is the last Heretic card. Is Unholy Eye. So the wording is changing on all these versus what you see on screen, but it's going to work the same as Ambush, which might be completely overpowered, so we'll see.
Sylvester Stallone, what's up, buddy?
So basically, your Heretic gains first strike, and if he wounds or kills the opponent, they don't strike back. So it's like super first strike. So that's going to be a very powerful card for Heretic decks. So Unholy Eye, Monetary Discrepancies, Recollection, Weapons Manifest, and then changes to basically to Mitch Hunter, Eradicator, Death Droid, and Captain are going in.
And Nicodemus?
Probably.
Oh, you said unknown at this point. Okay.
Yeah. There was another card. If anybody remembers, let me know. But there was a card that I think needed to have Annihilated added to it or Restricted added to it. Or maybe there was more than one, but I've forgotten. I think Expedite Request needs to be restricted. 1 per deck. I think it was in 2nd edition. So. Unholy Eye, I thought it couldn't be given to Heretics. Well, the way it's worded now is may only be bestowed to Heretics. It's possible somebody screwed that up in the documentation, but I'm not sure. Also, this new update seems to have been going really well. I haven't got any huge error reports, either automated or from other people. The changes to War Medic did really piss somebody off.
There's always one person.
I mean, I don't mean to call him out.
But you will?
It was a Czech dude messaged me, and I responded immediately, and we went back and forth a few times, and the last thing he said was something like, well, I guess I'm free to quit at any time, and no one will even notice.
Well, I guess so.
And I responded, and I was like, I'll notice, and I hope you don't quit. But he was very mad because I guess as a new player, it's really easy to rely on the War Medic to keep your people alive, and as an experienced player, it's really easy to use the War Medic to stall the game forever and be a real dick. So that's why we changed it. If you aren't aware, if you can heal your guy and you're
over and over.
So all you have to do is play War Medic, and if your opponent has no way to attack twice in a turn, he attacks and hurts you, you heal yourself. He attacks and hurts you, you heal yourself. So he could be 1 point from beating you, and you can stall the game infinitely and just wait to tire him out so he quits and then you win. And that's not a strategy we want to support. So we're using Bandaged to try and prevent that. So when the War Medic heals somebody, they can't be healed again. I do like the idea of Bandaged wearing off after 1 turn. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
So then they're wounded again?
No. So I wound your guy.
Okay.
Then you heal him. He becomes bandaged.
Right. Throughout the next turn.
Or the next 2 turns or something, so that I have a chance to kill him while he's bandaged. So worst case, you would stall the game for 3 turns instead of infinitely.
Okay.
So basically, if I don't kill him in the next 2 turns, bandaged wears off, and he could be cured. He could be healed again.
Okay.
Something like that. That might be a little more fair. I did make a change to the game. I can't really show you. It's nothing you can see, but so this will go live this update. So cards that use counters, like Auto Injector, it used to just be a card had counters. How many counters does it have? 3. Cool. Done. I changed it where now cards have counters based on a type. So Coagulant Auto Injector, for example, could have a healing counter and a charge counter. I don't know. It could have different types of counters. A gun could have bullet counters and explosive bullet counters, and they can be separate. And that opens up a lot of really cool possibility, especially for changing cards like... sorry, I forgot the name of the card. Bear with me.
Sorry, also, I have really bad allergies this weekend. Can't believe I even made it this far without sneezing.
So this card, we'll probably not change it because it's an old favorite. being able to shoot attack twice, but we could change it, or any guns that we add in the future where it has different types of bullets. And maybe one bullet has Slayer and one bullet adds +6 to shoot or something like, and you choose which one you want to use. Like there's cool possibilities for counters. So what we could do, the reason I mentioned that, is what we could do with War Medic is he could add 2 bandaged counters every time he heals somebody, and if somebody has a bandage counter, they can't be cured. But at the beginning of every turn, they lose. My cat is screaming.
You hear them?
I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Effie, come here, baby.
Anyways, every time he would heal somebody, they would get 2 bandage counters, and at the beginning of your turn, they would lose a bandage counter. I just flipped you off, sorry.
Why would you do that?
So turn 1, you cure him, and then turn 2, he has 1 counter, can't be cured. Turn 3, he has no counters, you can cure him again. That might be a way to do this, and it opens us up to make other cards use the bandage tokens, or take away bandage tokens. You could have a warrior that removes bandage tokens, but obviously that's a slippery slope. So that means the weapon makes 2 different attack phases, 2 different combats. Maybe I'm just spitballing ideas, but it's fun to just imagine the difference between this card has 5 counters and this card has 5 of these counters and 5 of these counters. That opens up design that we have never thought about before. So I finished that change, so now cards can have multiple counters. And I'm considering making Slayer Wounded into a counter, because it kind of, instead of a flag, which it is now on the card, it's a subtle difference, but counters make the math easier. So we could say Slayer adds 2 wound counters, normal ones add 1 wound counter, and then healing removes 1 wound counter. And then we could have other abilities that remove 2 wound counters, for example. Or we could take a dude like, I don't even know, some future guy, and we could say only dies when he has 3 wound counters, which would be crazy, because then you could slay him and he would still be alive, but he would have 1 more hit point. That could open up in the future some crazy strategies. So it's subtle, but I think the counter fix will open up a lot of doors, which will be fun. If you think about a card like Scrap Heap, it actually...
Look at him.
Okay, bye, Effie. You think about Scrap Heap, it gets scrap counters. So we could make a Cybertronic guy that for 1 action can add a scrap counter to Scrap Heap or something along those lines. Make synergy between cards a lot easier with the different types of counters. So that might be fun. Have some cat action happening.
You can barely see the top of the truck.
Also, an important update is I am not going to do a required update tomorrow. Reset, I mean. So.
Oh, because it's March 1st, right?
Yeah. So I changed my mind. I'm going to reserve the forced resets for when I have a reason to, but everyone will get a reset token in the morning. So you'll be free to reset your packs, reopen them if you would like. Otherwise, you can keep your decks you already have if it makes you happy. And I assume most people here have played the game, but if not, crafting has gone in. Oops, I gotta go away from cat mode. So you are able to deconstruct cards that you don't want anymore and craft them by acquiring them using their value. So this card to acquire costs 400, and I have 1,520 points.
So you can acquire it.
Yeah.
Woo!
I will be changing. So I've been really, really generous, I guess, with the packs that I've given away, especially with the weekly missions. So props to all the people who have been playing the weeklies consistently. That is going to change in the next week or two. So I'm going to start giving away things other than packs all the time. it'll help you more in the short term, but it'll help me more in the long term in terms of like, you not burning out and having everything. So I'm going to be changing the weekly probably for the next couple weeks to add decks to your account. So you'll be able to...
Oh my god, don't tempt me.
You'll be able to do a weekly to earn a new starter deck. So right now we gave you 3 starter decks. You're going to be able to earn other starter decks by doing the weekly. But it's important to remember that when you do a reset, you don't get all the starter decks you earned back again necessarily. I mean, I'm still toying with that. But you get all your packs back to reopen it, and then you can re-earn starter decks through quests and stuff. Also, I want to give away more variant cards. I haven't given away very many. I technically have given away Kickstarter ones, and then one in December. So if you played in the December season, you got the Get Me Out of Here card.
Oh, right, the black and white version. Yeah. That was the reward for that. I feel like we do need a cat, not a card back. I mean, I'm all for a card back, but we need a cat card. And I feel like it should be an homage to Lucky since he was there at the planning of Doomtrooper.
There is cat art from Cybertronic.
Ooh.
So we could use that.
But is it a black cat?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Yes. Isn't that just heretic?
Isn't what just heretic?
I was gonna look at something and I forgot what it was. Something about the game. I don't know.
So yeah, I'm gonna be giving away.
There's a cyber cat in Cybertronic.
So I want to give away variant cards. I want to give away decks, and I want to give away. I can give away crafting materials now.
Okay, so I get
as a reward.
Cats are heretics.
Gotcha.
Just by nature.
So I do think it's
That's
going to be interesting to start giving away crafting materials, because I could say like, oh, you reached rank 1. Here's 1,800 crafting materials, and that'll allow you to craft like Alakai if you need an Alakai or something. So we're going to be playing with that for the next month or two as I'm adding tons and tons of cards. Another thing I will be adding is the functionality people are used to, where because we have to test it before it goes live in 1.0, if I change a card that you already own, then it will get flagged for more crafting materials. Basically, like if I change Mitch Hunter for the next 7 days, you can destroy Mitch Hunter and get his full value.
Destroy him.
So you could basically swap Mitch Hunter for any other ultra rare every time I make a change to a card. So that's like part of the flow that I'm building in. I think that makes sense, right? So basically, like if I change your favorite card and you recently spent all your crafting materials to gain Mitch Hunter, and then I change him and he no longer works in your deck, that sucks. So you should be able to swap him for any other ultra rare, or swap him for 2 rares or whatever. Like you could get cards that you like at full value, but only for a few days after the patch. So you have to log in and play.
The cat I was holding earlier, he is in a mood today. He's currently crying in the other room, like at the mirror or something. Or are you upset at yourself? Or is there another cat in there that I'm not seeing?
In the mirror?
I don't know, man. I don't know what he's doing. Hi. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
He's a weird cat.
But yeah, there's a few like weird things that I need to fix that I'm working on, like value calculation for power immunity versus heretics. Like if a heretic is 18, 18, 18, 18 and you kill him, you should get 18 points. But the calculation shuts off right before, or the power immunity stays on for the value calculation and you don't get his full value. The math is weird. I'm confusing myself.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're saying.
People who play heretics know what I'm talking about. And then I'm bringing back Young Guard, and hopefully his ability interrupts stop causing a lot of headaches. So we're going to play with that. And then once that works, I'm going to bring in all the other ability interrupt cards. And other than that, I'm just adding as many cards as I can, as fast as I can.
Whoa,
What?
Is that our internet?
I don't know. Or your computer.
No, it was happening up here too. The star was like very slowly going across.
Weird.
Hurry, somebody jump and get that star.
So yeah, that's Doomtrooper. In other news, I got a new mattress, and it gets delivered today. Oh wait, I didn't even tell the best part. We woke up Thursday morning, and I opened the freezer, and a bunch of brown stuff fell out. It turns out all my frozen bananas.
That sounds so gross when you say it like that.
All my frozen bananas for my smoothies is melted because our fridge was broken. And it was leaking water all over the tile, which was seeping underneath the tile. The whole freaking freezer was just dead. And then it turns out that they're going to replace it, thank goodness, but they can't get it to us, they say, until Monday, fingers crossed.
I am absolutely prepared to not have a fridge by Monday, by the way. Like, I don't believe it'll happen. We'll see.
So, we have no fridge. We have a little mini fridge, so we were able to put, like, our next few dinners in there so they don't go bad. And then I got a cooler for all of our, like, soda and water and stuff so it can stay kind of cold. And then we're just trying to survive until Monday without a fridge. But we were planning on buying our own fridge because ours sucks so bad.
It's such a piece of shit.
And
it's
now,
probably older than you and I.
Yeah, the crisper doesn't work. There's no shelves in the freezer. It's like from the 40s or 50s, I swear.
It's probably not that old. But there's no tray over the butter, so it just, like, sometimes if you shut the fridge really hard, the butter, or it's where I keep the garlic, just, like, flies into the rest of the fridge.
So we were going to buy a new fridge so that we could cook more at home. So we had been putting money aside. And now that our landlord is replacing our fridge with hopefully a decent one, we took the money from the fridge and bought a new mattress, which was going to be our next purchase. So, what do they say? You spend 8 hours every day on the mattress, so you should have a nice one. And I realized that I have never in my life, prior to this month, bought a new mattress or a new pillow. Ever. I'm 38 years old, and I've never bought...
I don't believe him. I feel like that's unreal.
Nope.
He grew up quite poor.
Yeah, and in college, my dad bought me a new mattress and box spring from an estate sale. So it wasn't
This
new.
whole time I thought that was a new mattress.
No, it was from an estate sale. For all I know, the woman died on it. And I used that for most of my adult life. And as a kid, I just had like a cheap one that I bought off Craigslist or something. I don't even know.
The one we're sleeping on now is new. I purchased it. I mean, it's old now, but I mean, it was new when I purchased it.
No, the reason I don't have followers in Texas is that they privatized for profit their power grid, and they have no power, therefore they can't get online to watch my stream. 34 never bought a mattress. Yeah, Max, man, like once you start thinking about that, you're like, man, I'm this old and I've never bought a mattress. So,
no crazy ghost sex.
I really feel like everybody should save their money and buy a really good mattress, a really good pillow, and a really good chair, like chair.
The things that you spend 8 hours on.
Because we're
office chair, mattress.
If I gave everyone in this chat $1,000 right now, I'm not Oprah. I'm not doing that. Don't look under your seat. If I gave everybody $1,000 and I said you had to buy,
get a mattress. You get a mattress.
You had to buy something for your computer. I would say there's 16 people here. I would say at least 15 of you would buy a graphics card. You'd be like, sweet, GeForce, 20.
Is that true, nerds?
GeForce 3080 or whatever. Like, I don't think you could get it.
Good shoes, man.
But you'd run out and buy it.
I would do that.
And maybe one, probably me, would spend the money on a new chair.
This chair that I'm sitting on is really pissing me off, though.
It's a really great chair. It's just really old.
It's about... it's done.
But if you think about it, like, how much time do you spend in bed, sitting on your couch, sitting on your chairs, but then you buy, like, used shit to do that with? I don't know.
Willow? Where'd you come from?
Ooh, Willow.
Hi.
Hi. Ooh, ooh.
Well, if you got a chair last year, then, you...
And to Matt, I do agree with the shoes. The older I get, it's like, the things... Like, I have a really nice mechanical keyboard. This isn't a really nice one, but I have a trackball to protect my wrist. Nice chair, nice mattress, and we're going to get a new couch. Like, just having nice tools,
Since we don't go out and drink anymore.
Yeah, the less important
Turns out
things.
we have money to spend on mattresses.
You sound like we spent a lot of money on drinking before.
We would go out a fair amount.
To dinner.
Dinners. Oh, I have a problem. I love going out to dinner. It's a serious issue. But yeah, going out to dinners, going out to bars, all of that shit.
I used to travel every week.
Come on.
Every 2 weeks I used
He
to fly.
loves feeling like a businessman. He loves it.
One of my hobbies was
important
getting
things to do.
really cheap flights and going to see my friends and collecting the frequent flyer miles and then pooling them together to get more free flights. It was fun. That's a first world problem. Somebody earlier, Tomek, Thorgal, somebody said, Tomek, sorry, you both start with a T. Add Thorn Vengeance. Play immediately after your warrior is killed in combat. The other combat receives a wound. So this card is on a list I wanted to comment on. A list that I will never add because Tomek asked for it. No, I'm just kidding. This card is on a list because we don't have the ability to play immediately after combat. So at first I thought, well, you just have to play it after combat at some point. It'll look back to the last combat it saw and it'll run the script, right? Easy. And I could do that right now. But what if it's your turn and you attack me and my warrior gets wounded? And then after combat, I want to play Sworn Vengeance. I can't play it because it's your turn.
Yeah.
So this is on a list that, fingers crossed, I will get to during March, which is...
I can see that this is going to cause a whole different line of coding
it's
and logic
immediately
to
after
do.
combat, when maybe during the when you complete combat button, there'll be another chance to play a card.
There has to be. You'd have to program that in.
So it's called a post-combat interrupt. I would like to do some code refactoring to clean up some of Invader's code to make it easier to do this. I don't know if I'll be able to, and I might just have to hack it in. But there needs to be an interrupt phase after combat, and that opens up a ton. I mean, think of all the cool stuff that you can add that is play immediately after combat, after you killed somebody, after you were killed.
Are there a lot of cards that already say that?
There's a number of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which obviously are probably all not in the game right now because they all require this new line of thinking and
so we're going to
code.
be adding some really cool stuff. Whether or not... So I talked about...
Hi, Tribe Wizard. Wizrad.
So I talked about earlier, just now having the post-combat interrupt. I talked about Young Guard coming back for using an ability as an interrupt. And I talked about the counters having types attached to them now. This might not make...
That's a lot of stuff that you have to think about.
Well, right. You have no idea.
I bet.
This might not make a huge difference to you today or tomorrow or next week. But as we are quickly approaching a solid post-early access world where the game is good and has all the cards in and there's no more resets and all that, you can think about the future. Like when we add the first expansion, we're planning... I kind of talked about this. We're going to do a mini expansion within 4 months, 3 months after the launch of the game. And it's going to add vehicles is the big part. So we were pulling vehicles back, and we're going to add them as a mini expansion. So it'll be 30, 40 cards-ish. And the current plan is to follow precedent from other digital CCGs. All of those cards from the mini expansion will be added to the card pool, and you can now get them in packs. So the card pool will change. Or you can purchase all of them for one price. So if you wanted to purchase the whole expansion, let's say $20, whatever it is, you get a full playset of all of the cards, and you can just go play. Or you can get them in packs like normal, and you can craft them, and you know there's no restrictions. But for the people who they don't want to deal with the randomness, they can just purchase the whole vehicle set if they want to. That's not set in stone. It's open to feedback. See what people think about it. I don't want people to be like, oh, it's pay to win. It's like, well, you can't be mad that the cards are hard to get and take forever, and then also mad that I give you a quick way to get them. We gotta thread that needle, you know. So I feel like letting you craft them, letting you earn them like normal, and then giving you a complete play set for a certain price that's relatively cheap is not the end of the world, because it gives everybody the options to get them. But like I said, feedback is welcome on that. And I do think when we do stuff like mini expansions, everyone will get a quest to earn maybe one vehicle for free. Something along those lines. It's like, hey, we added vehicles. Play 3 matches and pick a vehicle of your choice. So I think that'll be fun. And that kind of behavior, as a reminder, will be added to the mission cards. So I'll be able to give you a mission card that says, destroy this card, gain 1 ultra rare of your choice. Like, mission cards are kind of like wild cards in every sense of the word, like Magic the Arena wild cards, where you can burn them for a certain card, or they're missions. So you burn them and they become missions in the mission menu. So mission cards will be open up a lot of possibility for letting people earn stuff. I like crafting, but one drawback is everyone...
Drawback.
What did I say?
Drawback.
Oh,
I don't know.
So that's not the problem with crafting, Michael. That's a problem, you know already. That's a problem with miscommunication. Like, every deck in Doomtrooper relies on 3 miscommunications, and that sucks. So the only option we have for that is to move miscommunication into one faction. And we've talked about that. So one faction...
I feel like that would be so controversial, though.
Oh, it would be.
Yeah, people would freak the fuck out over that.
Or, we do have a second option. The other option is we remove the card from the card pool. It's just gone. Like...
What? That's even more controversial.
Maybe I should make my card... Oh, so if you're not aware... Baller John Cusack over here, he's a real close friend of mine, and he bought he's the only person who bought one of the top tier Kickstarter rewards to help us get to our goal. So I am forever appreciative to him, and when Doomtrooper makes me a multi-gazillionaire, I will be sure to pay it forward to him for being there for me.
To be clear, that's not now.
To be clear, that's not now. But one of the rewards we offered is that he got to help design his own card. So... Used car salesman. Fetch a vehicle from your deck.
That's funny. Well, first we got to put vehicles in the game, but yes.
Yeah, so the only problem I have with restricted guys who say that is Steve and I agreed, and I think you guys probably agree too, that making a card restricted is the laziest way to fix a problem.
Oof, okay.
Like, so you have a card, and you say, this card is way too powerful. You can go through the effort to figure out why it's powerful and then bring it down so that it is in line with all the other cards. Or you can say, it's so powerful, I'm only going to allow 1 in the deck. Done. So then you end up with like a lottery. Will I draw the super power? Oh, I win the game because I drew this card. Like, it's not a solution. It's a Band-Aid. Right? That makes sense? So I hate making things restricted because it doesn't, you could still have 3 restricted cards that win the game in 1 turn, and you just have to get lucky and draw them all in your first turn. Like, it doesn't solve the root problem. Like, imagine if we would have made War Medic restricted. You'd be less likely to have the War Medic in play, but you could still get him in play and have the infinite loop that we tried to fix. No miscommunication, wild idea. Yeah, but then what about young oh god. I don't know if you guys listen to rap, but there's a rapper named Young Thug. Every time I say Young Guard, my brain almost says Young Thug. So
really?
Oh, yeah. So what about Young Thug? Young Thug is a miscommunication, but in warrior format. Is that just as bad? Is he going to be just as annoying? You can activate him to miscommunicate and discard himself. I mean, I think no, because you could always, if I played Young Guard, you could kill him before and then play your fate card, and he would not be able to miscommunicate you.
Justin, it's so weird that you're blonder than I am. This is not okay. Like, I used to be the blonde, and now you are.
Feature creep can make restricted less meaningful with miscommunication than miscommunication 2, etc. Yeah. Well, that's the perk of digital, though. Once we get over this hump, which we're almost over now, even if we make a new card in the future that makes an old card too powerful, since it's digital, we can patch that old card to be more in line with everything else. And then, like I was saying earlier, if you own that card and you're mad, you can destroy it for full value for 7 days. So, let's say we nerf miscommunication. It's worth, to acquire, it's worth 400, and to deconstruct, it's worth 100. So if we nerf it, its deconstruct value would be up to 400 for 7 days. So if you had 3 of them, and you destroyed them, you would have 1,200 acquisition points. And currently Alakai is 1,600. So let's say if you had 4 miscommunications and we nerfed it, you could destroy all 4 of them, and you could get an Alakai for free. So it's like sorry we nerfed your favorite card, but now you get Alakai. So that, it's not a horrible deal.
Willow, if you're still here, we get our bed today. It's all your fault.
Also, did you guys notice the render up here? I did that. It's kind of subtle, but you'll see Alakai, and then underneath them you'll see retro. You'll see retro variant Alakai.
Courtney, hi.
And then under that you'll see full art Alakai.
Ooh, I like that.
Why do you always use Alakai in your examples? Because he's iconic. I mean, what do you want me to do? Okay, fine.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
Sean Gallagher, Mr. Braveheart himself.
So crafting seems to be working well. I have a few tiny edge case issues to fix that you guys probably already exploited, but I'm not going to say what they are. And the next phase of crafting after the tutorial, I'm not going to touch it now, we'll start to allow people to craft variant cards. And then, let's say a year from now, I want to let you convert 10, through the crafting system, you could convert, say, 10 copies of a card into a tradable blockchain-backed version of the card that you could buy, sell, trade, whatever you want to do with. That's a really cool thing. If you're not familiar with blockchain cards, just Google blockchain CCGs. There's a lot of really cool stuff that we can do.
Good to know, Courtney. Look at that.
It took 2 extra days after people said it would arrive for us to gators, so be aware. Interesting.
Oof.
Yeah, we have...
Okay.
I'm just doing the tracking number.
Wow, maybe check that again.
Yeah.
Also, Courtney, I said this earlier, but I don't think you were here. We are part 1 of 2 on Justin's bleaching. So, we took out the brown, but now we gotta take out the red. Oh, this feels so dry. Oh, no.
Wow, so good call, Courtney. Our delivery date is today, by end of day. But according to FedEx, they haven't received the package.
Yeah, we're going full Kurt Cobain, yeah.
So we might not be getting our mattress today.
Okay, good. Thank you for bringing that up. This is good to know. We'll have to look into this after the stream, but yeah, thank you for that. Okay, well, fine. We're not getting that today. What if tomorrow we get a new fridge and a new mattress, like all at once? It'll be quite the day here.
Fun fact, we discovered that underneath our bed, where, we have some storage underneath our bed frame, there's like little tunnels for the cats, and one of our cats likes to crawl his way into those tunnels into a space you can't really see and then throw up. So I'm very eager to pull all of this mattress stuff up when we replace the mattress and then clean under there because cats, man.
Cats. Heretics.
They'll drop it at your door like a whole corpse.
How big is it smushed into like a box? Right? If they don't deliver it like as the whole like size of the mattress, right? It's like squished down. It's rolled up.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right. So, anyways, crafting system. You can see the variants in here, which is kind of fun. This is a little Easter egg.
I like that. I think that's cool, and I like it a lot because people are constantly like, "Ooh,
yeah.
Do you have retro cards in the game?" And I shouldn't say it like that. It's obviously exciting to have the retro cards in the game, but that like actually shows anybody that yes, they are there.
So,
and I hope it piques people's curiosity on how to get the retro versions of the cards.
So all of the systems, I keep saying every week, all the systems that we've built are starting to play together really, really nicely. It's exciting because I am working on the new tutorial now, which is the event system. So I'm going to be, through the tutorial, making the event system the best it can be in this format, which means we'll be able to start having events as well. So it's like, and then the event system will tie to the reward system that we've built and have really cool multiple rewards from completing events. And then we'll tie that all to the scheduling system we built, which is how your rewards work at the end of the month. And I can say on this day, start an event that gives these rewards. and I can do that all. I don't have to code anything. I just tell the API. I say,
that's cool.
Here's the event ID, here's the reward ID, here's the date I want it to start, the date I want it to end, and it'll just show up automatically for you guys. Like, it's really cool. And you're starting to see these benefits without even realizing it, and you'll continue to see more.
To recap again, obviously it's the last day of February, so it is your last chance to finish ranking up for your Cybertronic rewards, avatars, and card backs. And March is going to be capital.
Fun fact, March, I'll have to triple check this. I'm 99% positive. Thorgal probably knows. I think March ends the run of 7 card backs for the 7 factions that we planned for the beta. So that would mean the April reward schema
is going to be something different.
Is going to be something new. If we get close enough to launch, we might start something super exciting for the April season. Or Willow, who was here earlier, has been making some new card backs for us. So maybe we'll start Willow's run of card backs for the rewards. And the rewards for the seasons are going to change like weekly. So you will be able to get new decks, crafting materials, coins, packs, variant cards, etc. Instead of always getting, some packs for rank 1 and whatever. But you will, we haven't talked about it in a while, but you will still be able to get the rank 1 Regal avatar.
God, I love that avatar.
So this, as a reminder, this avatar is called Regal. It's for reaching rank 1 one time during the beta.
Just any time. You reach rank 1.
Or the alpha or whatever, whenever we added it. So if you've ever reached rank 1, you have this avatar. And once the game is finished and we move out of early access, that will go away. We might bring it back someday with like a variant of it, but this will be a very highly sought after avatar to show.
March 425th. Yep. I can't freaking believe March is here again. I can't believe it's been a year of this. And hi, Attic Space Games. What's up? But
so everybody should get the Regal avatar in the next couple months, because we are staring down the barrel of the gun for finishing Doomtrooper, which is exciting.
We've been saying this for many years, but now it's actually real.
You have a single-digit number of months left for sure that you'll be able to get this avatar.
God, that's so cool.
Game the system, private matches, do what you got to do, play the game, get that avatar. Also, as a reminder, this avatar is the rarest one in the game and is still available. And there are two pieces of the puzzle.
That's an Easter egg.
I give away, without you realizing it, one half of the puzzle to get this avatar at the beginning of every stream. And then the other half is trickier, but it has been given out multiple times and will soon
we have to do it
be
again.
Given out again. But it is out there, and we've had a handful of people figure it out. I think this is the Cybercat artwork. I might be wrong, though. I feel like if you see the full version,
there's a cat
the cat's up at the top, but it might be a different one. It might be like on the same folder for me. So this is one of my favorite avatars for sure, and it is there, and it will be part of a bigger quest line that I sort of mentioned last week. Also, if in the past you had subscribed to me,
smash that like button.
And you want to consider subscribing again, feel free. I haven't been doing my code streams, and it's so sad because I had a nice little group of subscribers, and now they're all.
That's what happens when you don't stream.
But I need a mental.
You gotta consider that some of those people were just
there for
coders. Yeah.
No, and I need some mental health breaks from the. It sucks to try to entertain 0 people. Like, I have 17 people here now hanging out, and I love...
This stream is never...
I love each and every one of you, but, the programming streams, since European, it's, late and they're already sleeping, I have to rely on nerds like me.
West Coast nerds.
Yeah, programmers.
United States West Coast nerds.
And night owls.
Yeah.
Who like programming. So it's a much smaller group of people that come to hang out on those.
It's always funny though when like a European shows up and we're like, "What are you doing awake right now? It's like 5 a.m. for you," and they're like, "I can't sleep."
Collective hug. Thanks, Slayer. So yeah, it gets really stressful when...
Who was that, Seven?
When I have a...
Seven used to show up all the time, and it was like 5 or 6 in the morning for him, and he's just like, can't sleep.
It's just really stressful when I'm on a deadline for Doomtrooper.
No hugs during COVID.
So just for example, like I wake up in the morning and I work my day job until like 6 p.m. Then I would do my chores and I would eat really quickly. And then I would come here and I would code on Doomtrooper from 8 to 10. But like I'd be on a deadline for finishing Doomtrooper. So I'd be stressed because I would have a bug that people are complaining about or threatening to quit or whatever. And I would also have to entertain while being stressed, while barely getting to see my wife, because after the chores and cooking dinner, we only got to eat for like 20 minutes, and then I'm rushing in here to get ready for the stream. Over time, it's a lot of like little stress that just kind of grows. It's been nice to like, you know, on a Tuesday, Tuesday night being able to like hang out with her and maybe watch a movie and like undo my brain, and then come in at 9 and just bust out some code really quick. So, I don't know. Definitely like these streams though. We'll keep doing them, and I do plan on doing occasional programming streams. I'm just lenient to add back the dedicated schedule because
it's a lot.
Yeah, it especially dealing with COVID and everything, like not being able to go outside. It's nice to hang out with people, but it also like over time it adds up and it stresses me out.
It was just a lot of time.
Max Res default.
What? Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Stress is multiplicative. It isn't A plus B, it's A times B. Yeah, no, I know that. That's why I decided to like take a little bit of break in February and relax, and it's been nice. So we're gonna continue that. I do plan on streaming again. I bought. If you guys are familiar with the company Analog, they make really expensive, arguably overpriced retro consoles that use FPGA programming, which is super advanced, and I won't get into it. But they made an NES, an SNES. They made TurboGrafx 16 remakes. Some of them are made out of stainless steel. Some of them are $1,000. I am very excited because I bought their portable. It's called the Analog Pocket, and it plays Game Boy games, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Gear, and Atari Lynx, with upscaled graphics and a really nice device. When I get that, I also got the dock for HDMI, and I realized that I can put that into my capture card on my computer. So I'm probably going to stream maybe like one night a week retro like Game Boy Advance games. And I know that's like a much smaller community, but if any of you guys are interested in that, I would like to play through like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance or replay Golden Sun. I also have Mother 3 translated to English, which is the sequel to Earthbound. Stuff like that might be fun to just get some whiskey, plug in the analog, put it on the big screen, and just hang out with you guys. So if anybody's interested in retro games like that, I think that might be fun. Yeah, see, Willow's down. Willow will hang out with me while I play Golden Sun. Mother 3, though, I think that'll be cool. So yeah, I'm going to continue my Twitch presence more so than just the Sundays. I just haven't figured out how that'll work yet. Oh, thanks, Adam. I haven't seen you streaming in a while, Adam. If you are, feel free to like remind me when it is so I can come hang out. You had me at whiskey. Yeah, drunk 16-bit Game Boy Advance nights will be fun. All right, well, thank you guys for hanging out. Got a really good turnout today. A lot of you guys showed up real quick, and I appreciate that. I didn't think we tweeted.
We didn't. I did not tweet.
These are the kind of streams that really make me like excited to do it.
Oh my god, you're still not back in your apartment.
Like if I had 18-ish people every time I streamed, I would stream 5 days a week. It's really nice to have like people to play off of and talk to and interact with and whatever. I do work really, really hard on Doomtrooper for a really long time, and if nobody shows up, it makes it extra depressing. But like I said, you guys have been playing, So you guys are playing the game all the time, so that's really all that matters. So keep playing.
Discord beeped us, so you did do a Discord update.
I did.
Yeah.
I always do a Discord one.
Yeah.
And for the record, you guys as a community are buying enough packs. Even right now, we're not advertising. It's a really small community, and you guys are buying enough packs to just barely cover all of the expenses of operating.
Server costs.
Not
like
not like paying people, but the server, the database are overpriced mailing lists.
Just the like normal stuff that it takes to run all of this.
I'm getting off of our overpriced mailing list, and I'm downsizing some of our databases and stuff. So in the next month or two, like if we can continue how much we're bringing in, it will more than cover the expenses, which is great. However, be aware that that does not mean that the owners of Mutant Chronicles would ever be happy with the amount. Like,
oh no, this is not.
So we're making
things that would make.
I'm making enough for Secret Cow level not to go into further debt. However, if we want to keep Doomtrooper alive,
we still have to pay back debt
Yeah.
to people that gave us money to.
If we
build
want
this.
to keep Doomtrooper alive, let's say for the next 10 years, we're going to have to figure out ways to sell more stuff and bring in money, because not even for us, but as a whole with the partners and the people who, I mean, you guys understand, Mutant Chronicles is a business. Whether considering my work or Secret Cow level, you could take that out of it. Mutant Chronicles, Warzone, Doomtrooper, they also own Conan the Barbarian. Those are businesses, and they need to bring in money. So if you guys ever have suggestions of like how to sell things, what to sell, what not to sell, what you would want to pay for, what you don't want to pay for, that's really good stuff to bring up in Discord, because I want to keep working on Doomtrooper forever. I'd love for someday it's my full-time job again, and all I do all day is work on Doomtrooper. And you guys get to play it, and we get to do that for the rest of until we all die.
Forever.
That would be amazing. But in order to do that, we have to figure out how to make money so that the business side of Mutant Chronicles Incorporated is content with what we are doing at Secret Cow level.
And doesn't give the license to someone
So hopefully that
else.
makes sense. I'm not like trying to be all.
You sound scary.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sound all scary or anything. It's just we have to always remember that, like, I might be super excited, a huge fan of Mutant Chronicles, and I like to think that I'm a nice, approachable person. But behind everything you guys see with me is a corporation that wants to see profit on their investment. And it scares me a little bit, honestly, because like I don't want to not have Doomtrooper. I want to work on it forever. So keep that in mind, and if you guys have suggestions, always bring them up on Discord and figure out how we can make this a success for everybody. It doesn't have to be Hearthstone magic money. Like, that'd be great, but we don't need billions of dollars of income. But we need to be able to go back to Mutant Chronicles Incorporated and be like, hey, thanks so much for believing in us. Here is your portion of the proceeds. And they need to be like dollar signs in their eyes. Cool, continue your work. And like if that happens,
all right, you're scaring the kids. Stop
I'm just saying, the other side of this coin is like, if we make Mutant Chronicles Incorporated happy, they will never bother us.
The possibilities.
Like, I love everybody that I work with. I'm not bad mouthing like Fred or Jay or any of the people at Cabinet. Like, they're great. But like, imagine a world where it makes enough that they're happy. We can do whatever we want. Like, we can add new factions, we can add new modes, we can get crazy with the Cheese Whiz, because as long as their investment is returning a profit, then they just trust us, and I trust you guys to help shape the future of Doomtrooper. And that, I actually got goosebumps. Like, imagine if the future of Doomtrooper, new characters, new factions, new
start buying Dogecoin.
Yeah, new tournament modes, that kind of stuff. Like, imagine if you guys got to work with me to decide what are these new factions, what are these new characters, what are these new storylines. Like, I want to make a storyline of Valerie going into a citadel and taking down a Nephirite. Like, what if we collectively as a community got to design that? Like, that gives me goosebumps, because growing up as a kid playing Doomtrooper, if you said in 20 years you're going to get to make the canon yourself, and we're right there, so let's keep working together and make
possibilities.
Yeah, let's make sure we make the Mutant Chronicles guys happy, and I mean, Tomek, Thorgal, all you guys that are like been around for a long time, like, you guys could help shape the lore. If we make lore in Doomtrooper, it becomes canon. Like this isn't fan made sets. Like this is real. So we could kill off Valerie Duvall.
No, she's like one of
No,
the
we're
only
not.
females.
We're not going to, but we could. We have the power. So just think about that. All the cool shit. So.
Too Mad, welcome to the modern Doomtrooper community. Thanks for being here.
Sound like you have the right vision. Too Mad, I want this to be a community thing. Like, that's why we have Discord. That's why I take all that stress of being very public with my face and, like, you know, listening to people, and there's in-game feedback that I respond to. Because I'm not a CCG designer by trade. I've designed a few cards, I've done some balance work, like whatever, but like I'm a Doomtrooper fan. And a lot of you guys are too. So I always said, like, I want to make this game with the community as much as I can. And if you're not aware, there is a private channel.
It's bumping. It's been really interesting conversations.
Big respect to everybody in that private channel, because you guys have all been very civil, very professional, and everything has been really cool. And I hope to continue that. So the channel, it should be, if you're a subscriber, I don't know if that works. If you subscribe on Twitch, or you
I didn't know that.
You have a rank, you've achieved a rank in the current season. So you have to play some matches. All of those people automatically get access. So it prevents inactive players from coming in and demanding things. You have to be an active player of the current month or a Twitch subscriber.
But they don't leave. Like, if they were active for 1 month and then, like...
Technically, they do.
Oh, they do? Okay.
So they'll get access again as soon as they start playing again. That's up in the air, and I can manually add people. So just hit me up. But if you are a Twitch subscriber and you don't have access to the private balance channel, hit me up. I haven't verified that it works. But you're supposed to get a special role from being a Twitch subscriber that lets you in. So you have to buy your way in, or you have to be an active player. And either way, I feel like you care enough about Doomtrooper.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I don't want like some old school retro player who's angry, who hates the digital version, to just come in and start screaming about positive karma needing to be nerfed again, or reverted again. It's for people who are actively playing, who have real feedback and stuff. And it's been going really well. So thanks to you guys for that kind of stuff. Bunch of divas in that channel. Yeah, no divas. I mean...
No, don't shh.
No, I was gonna say, it's like if you got like classic Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and like Lady Gaga. You know, it's a bunch of divas for sure, all in a room, and then they all sat around and discussed things civilly. So like,
okay,
I do think you guys.
I was like, where is he going with this?
I do think all you guys, all you old school hardcore fans, you are kind of larger than life. I mean, so am I. I have orange hair, but like, when you're in that channel, you've all been super cool, and that's all that matters. It's like it's like the United Nations, you know? Like, you might be at war with a country, but you're still in there, and you're gonna like stay calm, and you're gonna be diplomatic, and you're gonna try to get your point across so that the cards go in your favor. And like, I like it. It's like the United Nations of Doomtrooper. So
United Nations of Doomtrooper.
So thank you guys for being cool and helping, and if you want to help, just play the game, get access to the channel, start talking. You can talk in other channels too, but I'll take you a lot more seriously in that channel.
We're done.
Yeah. So yeah, Too Mad, thanks for joining the game. Max Rez, thanks for the sub. I hope that the game keeps getting better, and
it will.
Yeah, and the things that aren't good, just talk about it. Because nothing's set in stone. That's the miracle of digital and the miracle of building our own platform here. Because I have access to the code, and I've built this for Doomtrooper, for card games, for quickly updating, iterating, nerfing, buffing. All that is all built into the system. So we just have to like agree on what needs to be changed, or you know, I can veto you because I have that power, but I don't often.
Okay. We're done. I'm ready to leave. Thank you for being here, Wizrad. What?
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for supporting the project. Thank you for being civil in the private balance, and thank you for letting me continue to work on Doomtrooper another year. So hopefully, let's keep moving.
All right. On that note.
All right. I will see you guys next week or in Discord.
Yeah. We'll see what this looks like next week.
I'm just gonna hide it all under the hat.
Yeah. Bye. All right. Come on.
Okay.
We're
bye.
done. Love you.